chains, lights, plug, straps, rods, bait. Let's do this. Let me do one last walk around before I leave, just to make sure everything's copacetic. Just want to make sure everything's good to go here. Okay, straps are in. Everything looks okay. There we go. Go ahead. Help this guy launch his boat. I'm absolutely positive at some point I'm gonna need somebody helping me launch mine. There we go. That ought to help the old dude out. He was struggling a little bit. Up here a little bit. For him, but not too far. There, he should be good. Right. Just hope that guy launches boat. Probably appreciates that. Oh, I forgot I put my... I forgot I hooked this up. I did that while I left my boat running, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. All right, let me get my truck out of here and we'll get going. Thank you so much. You're welcome. What's that? Have you been out lately? I was out, yeah, last couple weeks, couple times.
Yeah, I caught one kokanee 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. About 18 inches.
Nice, good sized kokanee.
Yeah. 25 feet.
Yeah, were you jigging or?
No, I had it on, I was pulling.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Running a rough hollow back there, you know.
Really? Well, good job.
You never know.
That's true. Well, good luck. Good luck.
Good luck to you too.
It's happening. Keep playing with awesome stuff.
This is my only radio station now.
This is the best country station Seattle has had in a long time.
He's got big ears, kind of a freak, honestly. And he's a very good listener. So just...
Welcome to another episode of Northwest Fishing Fanatics Lake Fishing Adventures with Gene. That's me, your humble host. There's no wind at all. It is totally calm. Of course, testing the spot lock would be nice if there was a little bit of wind. But anyway, I am going to try to catch some perch. Show you what I'm using for that. I'm going to try to troll for some trout, maybe a kokanee. The guy that I helped at the launch said he caught an 18-inch kokanee last week, which is pretty cool. So stick with me. Don't go anywhere. And I'll go right back as soon as I get these motors warmed up and get to the spot. Okay, I am heading to a completely different part of the lake that I normally do not go to. I'm just going to give it a try over here. But I'm going to put a line out, a surface rod. That fella right there. And this guy tipped with some gulp maggots. These guys right here. So, I'm just going to put out this one rod until I get over to where I want to go. I'm going to put two on the top hook, just like that, and one on the bottom. I'm going to go, and I see fish rising on the surface here, so I'm not putting any weight on this at all. I'm going to go back 80 feet. 55, 63, 70, 80 feet. And we'll just go right there for now. I've noticed that with these half-fast Dodgers, anything over, say, 1.95 or around 2, they start to flip over. I think I will deploy the bow mount though. Get the speed down a little bit because still doing 1.5, 1.6, which is a little bit too fast. Okay. Power this thing on. Agree to the terms and conditions. Cut this motor off. So I think if I go to, there we go. We're doing 1.1 here, 1.12 on the fish finder. Pretty darn accurate, this technology, let me tell you. 1.32, 1.3 here. So let me go and hit it on cruise control. You can see it says cruise control, and then we're gonna hit autopilot. Cruise control, autopilot. So the cruise control sets the speed, autopilot sets the course. If you just set the, apparently from what I've learned, if you just set the autopilot, it'll keep you going that direction but may not maintain the speed. So if you set the cruise control first, it'll maintain the speed, then you set your autopilot, then it'll keep the same speed over ground on the course you want. And there we go. We're at 1.45. Okay, we have arrived at the spot, so I'm just gonna hit the propeller button here, the prop button. Cruise control off, motor stopped. You always wanna expect to catch a fish all the way up to the boat till that lure comes out of the water. Because there's been many a times, you know, where you get right up next to the boat, salmon, whatever it is, and bam, hits it right at the boat. Okay, kind of like when you're hunting. You're on the way home. You're tired. You're hungry. You're dejected because you haven't seen anything all day long, and you're walking down the trail, you know, with your head up your, you know what, and all of a sudden a deer, an elk, or something like that runs out in front of you, and you're not paying attention because you're sulking. Oh, fish just rose right there. Okay, so let me show you what I plan on doing today. I have one of my small little spinning rods set up here with something that I picked up from an old timer. Yeah, older than me. Can you believe it? Anyway, it's a, they're called Ned rigs, and it's a jig head. Here it is right here. Okay. Now, I've never fished with one of these. If I can't get this bag open, I may never fish with one. Okay. All right, so good old Amazon. Got these right now, 2.75 Ned rig stick worm kit. The way these are supposed to work. There they are right here. They're just rubber worms. Measure where it needs to come out, where the hook needs to come out, which is about right there. Slide this baby on there all the way. Slide it up the jig head. Poke yourself in the finger a few times. There we go. Just got to push it, slide it up all the way so it gets to there. Okay. Not the prettiest job. It's not perfectly straight, but I think it'll work. So this thing is designed apparently, you know, to float up like this. And then bloop, 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 you pick it up and, you know, jig it just a little bit, cast it out, bring it towards you, and then it ends up floating up like that. My biggest problem with fishing like this is in my head, because this is, you know, using jigs like this is exactly what we do, you know, when I'm bottom fishing for a halibut or lingcod in 600 to 800 feet of water. And so with that setup, you know, when we're offshore, it's pretty aggressive. It's like, wham, bring it up, you know, let it slam down, wham, bring it up. In cases like this, I think that what they refer to this as finesse fishing. And I am very, very impatient when it comes to this kind of stuff, because you have to be really gentle and you have to be soft, because it's just a small little jig. You know, so I have a little bit of a problem with that simply because of who I am. But we'll see. Try to make little short twitches. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, I missed him. He was there. That was a fish. He's back. Okay, come on. I got to be careful not to be too jerky with it. He's still hitting it. Look at that, look at that, look at that. I don't know what it is. Maybe a perch. Maybe these jigs are too big. Well, the motor's definitely holding me in a spot, and I've made 2 casts, and both times I've had 2 fish hit. So that is a really good sign. And I've only been here for a few minutes, so I'm going to put some of this, my favorite stuff, on there. Bloody tuna. Now what I've noticed is that when I cast it out, and slowly retrieve it and jig it in, I haven't got any hits, but the hits have come when I was vertical. So that's all I know at this point. I'm trying to figure this out is what I'm trying to do. Now I just cast that out there, and I can see my line, what I'm doing, and I'm just letting it sink. And it reminds me of when I was a kid, when I was probably, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 years old. And my dad would take me fishing, and we always fished on Chambers Lake on Fort Lewis. My dad was in the military. 20 years retired. If you've seen some of my older videos, you've seen him. But here's a couple of pictures of him. Yeah, he was a heck of a man. If I could be half the man he was, I'd be twice the man I am today. I mean, I really admire that guy. And so, anyway, that's my dad. And he took me fishing all the time, when we fished for bass. And the way we did it is we used night crawlers, and we'd rig up 2 inline hooks, one at the head and one towards the middle of the body, and use like 4 to 6 pound test line, light tackle, light gear, and we'd hit the lake, Chambers Lake, early. And this is long before. Now I was here last year. There's a video of me fishing Chambers Lake last year because I went back out there, and the lake is totally different. They've cleaned it all up. Looks like they pulled the stumps out of it, and tried to clean up the lake, which kind of ruined it for a bass lake. But anyway, back then there were stumps all over the place, weeds, stumps, everything. And you'd find a good stump. I remember fog just like this, but super foggier. Is that a word? Foggier? More fog? Anyway, and then you'd cast that night crawler with no weight on it, just the night crawler, right next to the stump, and that thing would sit down, and your line would coil. Your monofilament would coil on the surface, and I'll never forget that look of the line coiling on that beautiful, calm lake with no wind in the dense fog. And then all you did was, you kept an eye on it, and as soon as you seen that line start to move, you knew you had a fish that was taking it. And you close the bailing arm, get ready, tighten up a little bit, boom, set the hook, and you got bass on. And that's a memory that I will never, ever forget. Hopefully, if I ever get dementia and forget things, I don't want to forget that one memory. Of course, I don't want to forget my kids or my wives and grandkids and that either, but that's... So, if they're watching this, or if they watch this, I don't want to forget you guys either. Fishing when I was a kid. Now, I don't know how long you guys have been fishing. Maybe I see comments all the time, where guys are starting out and they're just starting to learn, so they use YouTube. And I've said this a million times before in my videos that I'm not an expert. And as you can tell by watching this video here, that I am learning too. I mean, I've been fishing since I was a little kid, and I'm still learning different lakes and different different types of species and stuff. So I'm no expert. Trust me, I'm no expert. I never claim to be. I'm just a guy who has fished for a long time and who likes to fish. So, all right, head that way. Found him. Tight to the bottom right here. Let me hit. Spot lock, menu, save spot lock. 85 feet of water. Let's go get him. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, we have some fish down there. I think I got a perch working here or something working. There we go. We got one. Hey, hey, hey. Look at that. We got ourselves the first perch of the year. Oh, a little bit of fighting there. You got to keep in mind that these fish are nothing big or anything, you know. But they are fish. Look at that. I am so happy to see this fish. And as you can see, I got him on corn. Not the Ned rig. Look at that. It's the first, oh, she's full of eggs too. Look at that, spawning. It's the first perch of the year. Okay, I think we have something working on the Ned rig here. We do. Got a little bite going on. Here we go. Got him on the Ned rig. Let's see what this is. I have no idea what this is. I know it's a fish. Perch on the Ned rig. Look at that. That is super cool. Look at that. Perch on the Ned rig.
6.5 hours later.
Well, I've been trolling for a little while. Hasn't warmed up yet. Man, it's still chilly. And I've only been able to find small piles of perch. I haven't found the big school like I did last week. Oh, look at that. There's a fish. How about that, huh? So I went back on the troll. Let me move this over here. Come on. How about that, huh? Went on the troll because I wasn't able to find big schools of perch and caught this fish here. I think this is a decent sized fish. I can feel the vibration. You can see the rod vibrating like crazy like that. That's because the fish is running sideways and the flasher is going a different way. Oh, I guess I better get my net ready. Oh yeah, that's a good sized fish. Oh, it just came off. Man, that was a monster. Oh God. Man, that was a nice fish.
A few moments later.
Holy cow. Okay, look at that. So what I was doing is casting this thing out. This Ned rig. Just casting it out, and man alive, what do you think about that? Oh, look at the size of that trout. Holy cow. Oh man, who would have thought? I'm just casting this out and you know, jigging it through the water column. Wow, that was awesome. That dude is that's a 15-incher. Check that one out, man. Wow. Okay. So what I was doing is I seen some fish surfacing, and I just casted the Ned rig out to them, and Kind of let it sink a little bit and jerked a little bit and bam, caught that fish. If you liked this video, be sure to check out our other videos where you'll join us on the ocean catching kings and silver salmon, lakes catching kokanee trout and landlocked coho. We'll also be working our riverfront homestead and harvesting venison. Stay tuned for more fishing and hunting and outdoor adventure videos. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so you get notifications of new uploads. Thank you for watching.